Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. Today we're at Walnut Lane in the Roxborough East Falls section of Philadelphia. And do you recognize this banner? This is the Greater Philadelphia First Tee program and the 9 core values. And we'll take a look at how that First Tee program of Philadelphia has really expanded over the last 2 or 3 years. Plus, we'll have a look back at the recent Philadelphia PGA Championship at Laurel Creek. And a look at the Junior PGA Championship, well, the regional championship at least, at Let's Rock. That's coming up next, right here on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf, now celebrating its 20th season, is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.
Along with being stewards of the game of golf, your local PGA professional wears many hats.
We are teachers.
We are players.
We are managers.
We are merchandisers.
And community leaders.
But we all wear one badge.
PGA professionals are well-trained experts who work hard to share the joy of golf with our neighbors for over 90 years. To find your local PGA professional, visit phillypga.com. Brought to you by the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
We are the experts in the game and business of golf.
The First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, where golf is more than a game.
It's really a great experience. Every class is something different, and the people here are just wonderful. I really just want to stick with it to help other people with it because it's given me so much, and I really want to pass that on to other people as well.
Well, that's Alex, and Alex is one of literally thousands of young people involved in the First Tee program of Greater Philadelphia. The program director is Rebecca Camano. Rebecca, good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Thanks for coming down here.
We were with Rebecca down at FDR a couple of years ago.
Yes.
Here we are at Walnut Lane, which is one of your centers. Actually, Rebecca, the First Tee program has kind of branched out in the Philadelphia area in terms of centers.
Yes, we have locations at Spring Mill and Spring Mill Country Club on the public side of the range, and also at Ben Salem Township Country Club. And we've also moved to City Line Avenue Sports Center.
Talk a little bit about the number of young people who are involved over the course of a year, say, with the First Tee program of Greater Philadelphia.
So in 2017, we reached over 16,000 young people in all of our programming opportunities, which are at schools, in school gymnasium classes, after school programs, and also at our locations at the Spring Mill, Ben Salem, FDR, Walnut Lane, and City Line. Yes, so we hope to be in a golf course or driving range area in Northeast Philadelphia. We also hope to expand to Delaware County, Montgomery County, and Camden County. So we have a 7-county footprint, and we hope to be in more of our counties and at golf courses where students can learn the sport in their school through our school program, and then translate that to the golf course. And we also hope to reach 20,000 students.
Give us a range age-wise of those thousands of young people. What's the youngest? What's the oldest?
5 to 18.
5 to 18.
Yes.
Okay. And they're involved how long over the course of a year in programs?
Full year, we run about 7 4-week sessions, so a lot of our students are in for 5 of those sessions.
This year, I guess it was the first year, you took a group of players out to Marion, played Marion West every Monday. What a fascinating trip for anybody.
Yeah, it was awesome. The kids really enjoyed it. We had some board members come out and play with our students, so it was really a great opportunity for them to learn about the golf course, learn about the history of the golf course, and also be able to play it.
Okay, and you also took a field trip to North Carolina with some of the First Tee program
Yes,
people.
we did. We took a field trip to Charlotte, North Carolina, to the Carolinas Leadership Academy, which was designed to help, our students in our program learn a lot about leadership and how to become a leader. And they also were able to play golf, and they were able to work on their golf skills and work on their golf game.
Okay, how many did you take?
9.
Nine
We
of
took
them.
9
Okay,
students.
and what are some of the things, now that winter's approaching, kids won't be able to get outside. They can still, though, stay involved with the First Tee. And what do you have there for them when the months of wintertime approach and are here and they can't get outside?
Yeah, so we do have programming inside. So we have hitting bays at Walnut Lane. We also have, we're putting in a simulator at FDR and 2 hitting bays at FDR. And FDR actually has a full putting green. And one of the things that we do teach is responsibility. So even if it is cold out, we do still try to get outside with the students.
That's good. When you talk to the kids or their parents or whoever's responsible for bringing them the first time, what do they say? How did they hear about it, and what are they looking to get out of the First Tee program?
I think what's really important for our parents to understand, and for them to really, because they know this, they know that our program is different than any other junior golf program. They know that our program is not just teaching them how to hit a shot off the tee box. They know that our program is teaching them how to be courteous on the tee box and to be quiet on the tee box and know where to stand. And then also they can translate that into their life and how to treat their siblings with courtesy and how to treat their parents with courtesy.
One of the things, too, your board is a vast array of very successful people, and the chance for those kids to interact with them is another learning process.
Absolutely.
That the First Tee offers.
Yeah, absolutely. So we run different fundraisers throughout the year, including our Celebrity Invitational, our First Tee Invitational, and also a gala event where they're interacting with everyone on our board, and it gives our students the ability to know that all those on our board care about our students and are doing this for them. So it's a great opportunity for them to interact and learn communication skills and how important it is to shake someone's hand and look them in their eye when they're talking.
It's not all about hitting that ball 300 yards, is it? This is hard to believe, but Rebecca told me she has been involved in the First Tee program of Philadelphia now for 7 years. You must have started when you were about 10 years old, huh? Yeah. It's doing wonders to keep you alive and going.
Yeah, I love what I do. It's more than a game.
All right. Rebecca, always a fun time being with you, seeing the kids, and keeping these core values front and center for all golfers. Speaking of golf again, we'll take a look back at the recent Philadelphia Section PGA of America yearly championship over at Laurel Creek.
The final round of this year's 96th Philadelphia PGA Section Championship was held recently at the Laurel Creek Country Club in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And this year's champion, Terry Herzog, Director of Instruction at the Country Club of York. After trailing by 7 strokes through 36 holes, Herzog closed with a brilliant 1-under par 70, becoming a 3-time winner of the event.
This morning, I was 7 back, and I didn't even think we had a chance for me to win, at least. And so I just went up and played and hit shots, and didn't even know what the scoring was like until sometime maybe around hole number 11 or 12. And then all of a sudden I saw that I was close, so I still tried not to think about it at that point, but it's hard not to do. So I just tried to keep hitting shots, and the game is so crazy. And I've been in the lead on the final day before, and it didn't work out. And I think all players have to go through that sometimes. And it was just my day today. Sometimes you're ahead and you win, and other times you just sort of back into it.
His charge to the top of the leaderboard was slow and steady. Tony Phila of Ledge Rock Golf Club took a 5-stroke lead following a 64 in the second round. But Tony was unable to play at the same level on the final day. As a result, a number of section pros tried to play their way to the top spot. Brendan Post, a chip shot on the 9th hole, found the cup. And on a green that had challenged the pros all day on the par 3 13th, Dave Quinn was able to lower his total with this birdie putt. Quinn from Philmont finished as the championship's runner-up. He shot a final round 70, 1 stroke ahead of defending champion Jordan Gibbs from Gulf Mills. Herzog will now lead 13 top section finishers to compete in the 51st PGA Professional Championship to be held next June at the Bayonet Black Horse in Seaside, California.
For us as club pros, if we can do that, play and finish in the top 20 at the national PNC, that's the ultimate goal. And a lot of our guys have done it, and I have not. So hopefully, maybe next year will be my year for that.
Herzog also won the section championship in 2001 and 2004, becoming the 10th Philadelphia PGA professional to win the title 3 times.
Today played really hard. Tees were back, and there was just enough wind to make every shot a little bit of a challenge, even when you were downwind. So I think that's why the scores weren't all that low today. It was just hard.
By the way, you saw what Tony Phila did in that sectional championship. Coming up, we'll be talking to Tony about a recent event held at his new club, Ledge Rock, the regional championship for the Junior PGA. Next on Inside Golf.
Success requires hard work. No way around it. Realize timing is key. Be willing to push yourself. Stay in control. Trust technology to support you. My father once said, "Doesn't matter what you do in life, just be the best at it."
Welcome back to Inside Golf. You know, over the past few years, the PGA of America has come up with a lot of ways to help grow the game. And in the Philadelphia area, well, one big part of that has been the Junior PGA. And recently they held a sectional championship of Junior PGA golfers at Ledge Rock.
We're here at Ledge Rock Golf Club for the 2017 Mid-Atlantic Regional for PGA Junior League. We're here with Angela Schmelzer. She's the National League Manager for PGA of America. Angela, tell us a little bit about this program, how it's grown this year, and kind of what you've seen so far.
Yeah, so PGA Junior League is just fascinating, right? The kids get to play together. They get to play on teams. They get to wear cool jerseys with numbers on the back. We think about growth. In 2016, we had about 36,000 players all across the country, and this year for 2017, we're at a record high of 42,000 players. So the program's just skyrocketing and taking off all across the country, and the kids really love it.
This is match number 3, representing Team New Jersey, Katie Lee, Megan Meng, and Adrian Jordan.
Tony, tell us a little bit about what this event means to Ledge Rock.
I think it's very important to have the junior golfers out here. What we're trying to do is we're trying to build recognition here at Ledge Rock, along with building a very powerful junior program, and this is just one step in the process. The overall goal of this is to grow the game amongst juniors and get them more involved.
Well, it's a great course. It's a great facility. Obviously, we've been here the last 2 years. And hopefully your members have really embraced it. Tell us a little bit about the feedback that you've gotten from the members.
The members love having the PGA Junior League here. We're really just trying to put ourselves at the top of the list, and bringing an event like this here is starting to get us there. So I think the golf course deserves the recognition, and the members love having them here for that reason.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having us again.
Program in general is just designed for the kids to work together and play together, so skill level isn't a huge factor. You know, a beginner golfer can play with a higher skilled golfer, and then they can offset each other on the course if they've got good putting or things like that. the kids we're seeing out here today have excelled, and they're really good at what they do. So the winner from today, or this weekend, actually will go to Scottsdale, Arizona. They'll compete at Greyhawk Golf Club in the national championship, and there'll be a total of 8 teams that are competing.
So these kids really are the best of the best because it's the All-Star, but the program really is for all skill levels and boys and girls. You know, how many boys versus girls have you seen?
There's, several girls on every team, and what's really neat is to watch, a male and female pairing out there. The females bring such a dynamic to the game, and it's just really neat that the boys and girls can all play together on one single team.
What do you think this does for the future of the game, and kind of how do you see this shaping the industry?
I mean, the future of the game is in good hands, right? These kids are gonna grow up. They're gonna become members at facilities. They're gonna keep playing golf, and that's what we really want. It's the longevity of it. Yeah, it's just a great program for these kids.
Well, it's a great program, and we're happy to be here. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well, certainly junior golf is helping to grow the game. And that's the topic of our Teed Off panel next. What initiatives in growing the game have worked? What haven't? And where's the jury on all of it? That's next on Inside Golf.
They count a participant as somebody that plays like 3 rounds a year. Are you kidding me? That's not a participant. That's not going to help him.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues today from maybe the premier dining venue in Montgomery County, Bluebell Inn. What a spot. If you haven't been here, you owe yourself a trip. I'm telling you folks, we're sitting here at the patio at the Bluebell Inn, and it doesn't get any finer, and you can enjoy the same thing. They have, as I say, a blend of American heritage with a vibrant atmosphere, a modern American menu. Whether you're hosting a private event, you can join them for a lively weeknight happy hour, whatever you want. Go to their website, bluebellinn.com, and take a look at the hours of operation, the menus, and of course, make your reservation. All right, let's meet our panel today. We have, I think it's his first time, we've had him on the show when we were down the road, literally, at Bluestone, but the pro there at Bluestone, Chris Gardner's with us. Chris?
Thanks very much. Thank you very much for
All
having
right,
me.
you got the logo, the Bluebell Inn kind of incorporated with Bluestone Country Club. You guys know how to synergize everything, huh?
A little cross-marketing, yes, sir.
And all ours with the logo are sitting right over there.
Yeah. Getting a good tan. Mike Kern is with us again. Mike from Philly.com, Philadelphia Daily News for years, Inquirer, talk about synergy, and noted sports writer and golf expert. See, I put the pressure on you. And Joe Logan, talk about experts, big-time contributor to our show, but more importantly, he's the man behind myphillygolf.com. Keeps you up to date on what's going on. Chris, let's begin with you. You're the pro here, and some of us think we can play at that level, but we can't. But as a PGA professional, for the last few years, the PGA has been trying to, quote, grow the game in cooperation with the LPGA and the Tour. And there have been, I don't want to say gimmicky things, but to me, some of them have been really realistic. In your experience of that, what have been some of the more successful / popular attempts to grow the game? Get people interested, get people already playing more interested.
Well, from my perspective, the drive, chip, and putt contest at Augusta National every year that they've started that last couple years, I think that's great for the youth campaign. You combine that with the Junior League golf program that is basically Little League for golfers. We were very successful with that at a previous spot. I worked at Huntington Valley. They had 48 kids involved in Junior League golf, and even Get Golf Ready programs. I've been a part of many of those for either adult women, adult men, juniors. So there are initiatives that you see on TV around the PGA Championship, around PGA events like the Ryder Cup, that are getting new players interested in the game. The new challenge, or the same old challenge that's still a challenge, is how do you keep them in the game? They might come out and play a couple rounds of golf, but what's going to keep them involved for a year, for 5 years, for 10 years, make them golfers for life? So it's very difficult.
And Mike, you know from being in the media, how social media now has become a big part of everything you do, and I'm sure,
unfortunately,
I'm sure that was an
not the right attitude.
I'm sure, you know, something like golf, the establishment wants to capitalize on that with Twitter and Facebook and everything else, Instagram. I don't know. I'm sure you've noticed a change.
Well, I mean, you see things like, for instance, like Topgolf. Now it has become a very popular thing. For people that don't know, you kind of go there and you can hit balls and eat food and you know, whatever, mingle, have a birthday party there. But like I said, how do you translate that into somebody who's going to go to a golf course? You'll see these studies where they count a participant as somebody that plays like 3 rounds a year. Are you kidding me? That's not a participant. That's not going to help him. And the problem with golf is it's still a country club kind of sport. And it's a social kind of sport. It takes a long time to play, it's hard to play, and it usually costs too much money to play. So how do you get over those hurdles? I don't know. But initiatives like what we're talking about, that helps if you can get kids in early. But I always agree, you know, when they get to be 18 and you're not helping them anymore, now they're off on their own, now they got to buy their clubs, now they got to pay for their tee times, now they got to take lessons. You know, how do you keep, my son, perfect example, he's a 32, he'll be 32, he's a really good golfer. He plays maybe 5, 6, 7 times a year, and it's all with me because nobody he knows plays golf.
Wow, how about that, Joe? That doesn't sound good.
At one of the PGA annual events, Jack Nicklaus, who we all know is, you know, probably still the greatest golfer of all time, said, of all of my grandkids, one plays golf seriously. Well, I can't think of anybody who's got more advantages to play golf than Jack Nicklaus's family. And in the same thing, I heard they did like a film and some parents said, you know, golf came to my daughter and they wanted her to play golf, but by then soccer had already approached her. Every other sport, golf came late. Yeah. By then she'd already selected her choices. But I've given this a lot of thought. 3 things I think will grow the game. Make Tiger Woods 20 years old again, make the game easier, and make it take 3 hours instead of 4 or 5.
Build 9-hole courses, but they're not going to build 9-hole courses because economically it doesn't work. And even Tiger, even what Tiger brought to the world, didn't work the way people thought it was going to work.
Let me ask you, I know a big push has been to have guys maybe come out and play 6 holes or 9 holes. Do you see that today?
I would love to. If I were to construct a golf course, I would have 3 6-hole loops that all end up right back at the clubhouse because I think 6 holes, as we're all saying, it takes about an hour and a half.
What would the business guy say to you if you said that?
To give up a little bit of revenue, but to have them play 6 or 12 or 18, to get 6 holes in, as we all know, is better than 0. And so that might work for some of the juniors, some of the beginners, players that don't want to commit 4 to 4.5 hours of golf. Yep. But we haven't constructed golf courses that way. To finish on number 6 and just come in, or from the golf course perspective, am I going to trust that person to stop after 6 and come in and pay appropriately?
Yeah. Well, the good thing about it, you wouldn't leave as many shots out there, right?
9 holes have gotten, to me, a 9-hole hour, whatever, is the most underrated thing in golf. Unfortunately, a lot of us can't do that, whatever. But at times, like it's 7 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night, you go out, play 9 holes. It's great, but that's we've been trained in our thinking. 18 holes, you know, grind it through, do that.
Okay, what's your favorite time to play golf quickly? Morning, noon, night?
I love playing at night. I don't play as much at night. I usually play in the morning. That's usually when I do.
Dusk, by far.
Okay, Chris?
I'll take the 8 a.m. every morning.
Really?
Yeah.
You like the dew sweepers, huh?
He's ready to go home by dusk. He doesn't want to be there at dusk.
I don't like the spike marks on the greens.
There you go. All right. Well, there you have it. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And the Blue Bell Inn, what a finer place. I don't know where it is in Montgomery County. We'll be back with more of Inside Golf in just a moment.
Located in Bluebell, just a short drive from Plymouth Meeting, Bluestone Country Club offers a setting that's close at hand but feels like a world away. Bluestone offers a championship caliber golf course, practice facilities including a large driving range, separate chipping and putting areas, and a staff of PGA professionals. At the Country House at Bluestone, you'll find excellent food, superb service, and an outstanding setting. Their expert staff will assist in planning your next event, whether it's a wedding or simply a luncheon, dinner, or cocktail party. Check out Bluestone's variety of membership options. Much more than a golf course, Bluestone is a community. Hey viewers of Inside Golf, have you heard about Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine? Published by ex-Eagles and Philadelphia Stars tight end Ken Dunnick, these magazines offer the very best in content on subjects of interest to men. Writers include Glenn Macnell, Bill Line, and George Anastasia. And you can increase your business by attending our monthly private parties as an advertiser. Call 856-912-4007 or email ken@jerseymanmagazine.com for more information.
Along with being stewards of the game of golf, your local PGA professional wears many hats.
We are teachers.
We are players.
We are managers.
We are merchandisers.
And community leaders.
But we all wear one badge.
PGA professionals are well-trained experts who work hard to share the joy of golf with our neighbors for over 90 years. To find your local PGA professional, visit phillypga.com. Brought to you by the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
We are the experts in the game and business of golf.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf, and our thanks to the folks from the First Tee program of Philadelphia for giving us an idea how that program has really expanded, not just in locations, but the number of young people involved, 17,000 over the past year. For more information on the First Tee of Philadelphia, you can go to their website, firstteephiladelphia.org. Now, next week, we'll be at Aronimink Golf Club in Newtown Square. We'll talk to the club's president, Joe Fabrizio, who will give us an idea of some of the changes they have made and continue to make, getting ready for next year's BMW Championship at Aronimink. I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next time on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf, now celebrating its 20th season, is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.